Hi guys, welcome to the Spencer County Middle School Library Media Center. I'm Mrs. Gabbard and I'm the librarian here along with an instructional aide who you'll meet at the beginning of next school year. I'm excited to have you guys in the Media Center today, and I wanted to share with you some policies and procedures that have to do with the library at the middle school. First, let's talk about some library policies that have to do with circulation. First, there's a 2-book limit. That means that every student can have 2 books checked out at one time. Those 2 books are your choice. So if you like fiction, you can check out 2 fiction books. If you like nonfiction, you can check out 2 nonfiction books. The only thing that we ask is that at least one of the 2 books that you check out is for AR. When you check out a book, you'll have it for 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, your language arts class will visit the library, which we'll talk about more in a moment, but that's why we have the 2-week checkout period. After 2 weeks, if you're still reading the book, you can renew it. When you renew a book, that means it won't be due for another 2 weeks. So if you do 1 renewal, that'll give you a total checkout time of 4 weeks. We do ask that unless it's a long book, that you just renew 1 time. That way the book can be returned, reshelved, and another student will be able to check it out and read it. In the middle school library, we also have some options for audiobooks and young adult books. Let's talk about our audiobooks first. We have playaways at the middle school, which is a small MP3 player with a headphone jack. If you want to check out playaway books, you have to have a permission form on file. That permission form is signed by your parents or guardians because playaways are expensive. Most of our playaways cost anywhere from $35 to $75. So if you were to lose or damage it, the cost would be more than the cost of a regular book. If you choose to check out playaways, you'll also be asked to check out a print copy of the book so that while you listen to the audio version, you can follow along in the text. Students who check out playaways will also be asked to provide their own headphones to plug in to the MP3 player. At the middle school, we also have some books that are marked as young adult. If you look around the titles in the library, you'll see that some of the spines of the books have a yellow or red sticker that say YA. That means that those books are geared more towards a young adult audience. That means some of the content in the book might not be appropriate for every student. If you would like to read young adult titles in the library, again, you will need to have a permission form that is signed by a parent or guardian saying that you are able to check out those types of books. All of our students here at the middle school visit the library every other week in their language arts class. So 8th grade will visit the library every other Monday, 7th grade will visit the library every other Tuesday, and 6th grade will visit the library every other Wednesday. So every other Wednesday in your language arts class, you'll come down to the library for an opportunity to check out new books, check in books that you've finished, and then renew books that you're still reading. We'll also have time in the library for silent sustained reading. It's during that time that we ask that students read the AR book that they have checked out. Time spent in the library with your language arts class is focused on AR and AR reading. Your language arts teachers will help set goals for you to reach during the quarter. They'll also have you take the STAR test to make sure that the goal that they're setting for you is appropriate for your reading level. Lastly, let's talk about student responsibilities. Students are responsible for keeping track of their library books. You're also responsible for checking them in on time and renewing them before they are overdue. After your class visits the library with your language arts teacher, the next day I will print out a report with overdue books and give that to your language arts teacher. So students that have books that are overdue will be notified the next day. Students who lose books, if you misplace it or you can't find it, you'll be responsible for the fee that comes with replacing that book on the shelf so that other students can read it. AR in the Library Media Center. One thing that you'll notice right off the bat is that our dot colors are different than the elementary school dot colors. So the color that you are in elementary school might not be the same color that you're reading here at the middle school. Dot colors will be determined after the STAR reading test is taken in your language arts class. Students are also responsible for achieving their AR goals. Your reading for AR is something that you'll have a little bit of time for at school, but most of it's going to take place outside of school. It's your responsibility to take that time to read to reach your AR goal. It's also the student's responsibility to find opportunities for taking quizzes. You'll have opportunities to take quizzes in your language arts class, in your reading class, and also when your language arts class visits the library every 2 weeks. Summer reading. At the beginning of the school year, you're going to be asked to fulfill the requirement for summer reading. What you need to do is read a book that's on your level or appropriate for your reading level. You need to take and pass an AR quiz over that book with an 85% or higher. The deadline or the cutoff date for summer reading is Friday, August 23rd. It's 2.5 weeks into the school year. The test grade that you earn on the AR quiz that you took is going to count as a test grade in language arts class. Every student will visit the library with their language arts class before the cutoff date, which means that you'll have an opportunity to take a quiz during the first 2.5 weeks of the school year. If you'd rather take your quiz over the summer, then you can do that at the Spencer County Public Library. From June 1st to August 6th, which is the day before school starts, you can visit the Spencer County Public Library and take an AR quiz. You will need to go to the circulation desk at the public library and let the attendant know that you are a middle school student and you would like to have your AR account activated. Once they do that, they'll be able to give you your username and password if you've forgotten it, and you should be able to log in and take a quiz at the public library. That's the requirement, is to take a quiz before Friday, August 23rd with a passing grade of 85% or higher. This year, we're also offering a reading challenge, which is optional and not required. We're going to see if students can read 4 books and pass 4 AR quizzes over those books with an 85% or higher. Students who meet that challenge will get the reward of going to a movie at the beginning of the school year on a field trip. The deadline for the reading challenge is different than the requirement. So if you look and see, it says the deadline is Friday, August 9th, which is the first Friday of the school year. The deadline's different because we'll need to know how many movie tickets to buy and how many buses we'll need to go on the field trip. Just remember, reading 4 books is not required. Reading 1 book is required. Thanks for visiting the library today. I hope we answered some of your questions, and I'm looking forward to seeing you next school year.